know what they're doing and they're ready?
Well, Joe, I'd say they are very educated. They're a very savvy bunch down here. They probably took Aaron a little lightly, I think, but the folks around Navarre Beach, a little farther east of here in Pensacola Beach, had a rather rude awakening as to the strength of these hurricanes. Again, they'd gone quite a few years. The actual west end of Pensacola Beach had not had a direct hit in 69 years until Aaron 2 months ago, and now we're having another one here. It looks like this one's going to be a whole lot worse.
And Bill, it was hours ago when they told folks no more evacuations, stay where you are. Are you still getting people trickling into the shelter or not?
No, I don't believe we are anymore. I don't think they could possibly get in here. It's amazing we still have power and we still have cable, but once again, I suspect this wind is going to bring power lines down in a hurry. You really can't get the full nature of it here. We are pretty far exposed. These groves of trees are probably 3/4 of a mile away, and you can see the tops of these are definitely pitching over pretty quickly now, and once again we suspect that these trees will start coming down. In our foreground we also have some buildings that are starting to peel out of corrugated aluminum. We're also very watchful of a couple of manufactured buildings that are off to our north, I suspect, and again it looks like we're still seeing more and more wind coming at us.
All right, Bill, you take cover, and hopefully we'll be checking back with you in another half-hour's time. But with the winds picking up like this, John, this is a stronger hurricane than we've seen earlier this season, and we may not be able to go to Bill while it's at its full force.
Well, I'm sure there's going to be some power outages there, and conditions are going to get worse and worse. And as he said, they're beginning to see some corrugated metal flying around down there, and I'm sure we're going to see damage to trees, and power lines are going to be down. In the Alabama power people would like us to remind people that if they do see down power lines, do not try to cross over. Don't try to cross. They may be live.
All righty, let's go now to Hank Kristen, the Director of Emergency Services in Okaloosa County. We have him on the phone. And Mr. Kristen, you're a little bit closer to the beach. What's the situation there?
We've seen the intensity of the storm pick up considerably within the last hour. We're on emergency power right now, and I expect to be losing some of my communications antennas. They're really taking a beating in our public safety radio system.
All righty, thank you, Mr. Kristen, and we'll try to check back again later. And looks like, John, at this point, folks seem to be prepared. They're at least in place. Let's take a look at the latest stats on Opal. As of the 3 o'clock update, 29.6 north, 87.4 west. That was 65 miles south-southwest of Pensacola. Now probably about 55?
About 55, I think. So we're still talking 2 hours plus before the center of the eye gets there. But as you saw where Bill is there, a little bit north of town, the winds are already picking up close, as he said, to hurricane force.
And winds right now 125 miles per hour. Here's the latest radar. You can see where the eye is now. We'll just be tracking that straight up to about the Pensacola area.
It's going to come very close to Pensacola. Even when it gets this close, it's still not possible to say it's going to go right over them, just to the east or just to the west. Very close to Pensacola, we are sure of that.
Alrighty, let's take a look at a visible satellite picture. And this is one that we've been watching through the afternoon. We really haven't been able to see the eye, but you can certainly see the center of circulation.
Well, the eye is certainly a little less discernible than it was this morning, and of course, as the hurricane has weakened a little bit, we're not too surprised to see that. But you're right, you can see that center of circulation, and you can see that it is drawing a bead on Pensacola.
Alrighty, now with the hurricane weakening as it has done, we have some changes that we can expect in the next 24 hours or so. One, the damage, of course, isn't going to be quite as bad as it might have been.
No, but still considerable damage to the Category 3 hurricane. Of course, as all hurricanes, once the eye makes landfall, then it's cut off from its source of energy and it will weaken. But because it is a pretty powerful hurricane to begin with, and because it's moving pretty rapidly, we'll see hurricane force winds extend inland quite a ways across the Florida Panhandle into southwestern Alabama and even into the western part of Georgia, I believe.
And we know we've had reports a lot of folks as far north as Birmingham and Atlanta have been understandably a little nervous about what they might expect tonight.
Well, they might not need to be quite so concerned as they were a while ago because the storm is weaker, but still be a lot of rain, heavy rain, strong gusty winds.
All right, and we're going to see some of that, of course, in our forecast for the next few days. For that, we should throw it back.